it's just to a point I don't want yet, but I'm getting there. Just getting there. It's gonna. Okay, so I just wanna just give on some quick tips now on how to just get friends, basically, right? I know there's some lonely people out there, for real. Like, yeah, you just starting to just make friends, or in general, if you want true, authentic friends, right, which are compatible with you, which allow you to have like a fulfilling social experience where you you vibe with them, you connect with them, everything's all good. Shake, watch this video till the end. And before that, I just released a program called the Program Essence Circle. Click top link in the description. It will help you one on one and with like your social skills, intimacy, and more confidence. So here we go. The first thing, right, to literally make good, authentic friends which align with you is literally the obvious. Be your authentic self, cause this is actually a tip that I've taken seriously, right? Throughout making friends and everything, right? I usually cold approach strangers. Cold approach strangers, not only just girls, but also cold approach strangers. I talk to guys, I talk to a lot of people, and I make friends along the way. If you're talking to a lot of people, but just understand this: not everyone's gonna align with you. Not everyone's just gonna align with you. You'd find that even when you around a certain environment, maybe you might be different. Maybe your environment is filled with more degenerate people, which like hip hop, which like just all these degenerates and how can I say this? What's the word? I'm looking for the word. All these. Oh, okay, just in general, a different environment, right? But you a bit different, right? But just understand that you are not always going to be compatible with someone. If you want to have like a fulfilling social experience and obviously life, you need to then embrace the authentic values that you have. Maybe the music you listen to, the type of person you are, while also along improving on that. But most importantly, being yourself. And you find that being yourself also attracts certain people, like people which obviously align with who you are. And when you just don't be yourself, you attract like the wrong type of people, basically, obviously. And you'd have a lot of detriments. You'd always try to be forcing yourself to fit in, and then you'd always try to seek validation, and obviously to be a habit, seeking validation, etc., which is something that you don't want to do, right? Basically. And then another tip that I'd like to give on like just making authentic friends, which I like to use, that surround yourself with fun people. Surround yourself with really fun people. If you want a more fulfilling social experience, it will just help you to just surround yourself with people who know how to have fun. But for me, it's like this, right? Is someone who's like have a lot of friends, right? Just have a lot of friends, like friends here, friends there, friends there, friends there, etc. I just don't stick with like everyone in each and every certain type of occasion. Let's say if I want to be serious, I want to be a nerd, I want to read and everything. I then go to the nerds and maybe just read with them. If I want to just have some fun, I go to like the fun guys, right? I go out and have fun with that. And then if I just want to go gym, I go to like the gym rats, etc. But for me, I'm a more balanced guy. But the disadvantages of this is that you'd have certain characteristics that are authentic to you, but a lot of people, they just one-dimensional. Let's see, a lot of people just like the gym rats. The gym rats are always on the gym and nothing more. There's not really much other things that are interesting. And then there's also like the fun party guys. They always fun, but then they're not too serious about life. I'm all about balance. I balance things. I also do have a few friends right along the way. That's also the advantages. So you can keep on switching, but also the few advantages is that along the way, if like you could also attract the type of person like type of person who's got like different qualities, but then who needs to balance out these qualities, like fun, nerdy, then after nerdy just serious, then after serious grind, like all these other like elements and all that. Just be flexible and just know how to integrate balance. Anyway, I didn't prepare a script for this, so maybe that's why I'll be a bit sloppy, but I'm just giving you like free advice and stuff. So what's another tip to have another like fulfilling social experience? Yeah, another point, just balance things out, because let's be honest, too much of being social can be a detriment. I've been there. Whenever you're going out too much, especially with like friends or a girl or this and that and that and that, with people in general, and then you start to leave your goals behind, and then you start to procrastinate on your goals. You know, you don't know, no more reaching your goals. You no more making progress there, then it's a detriment. And of course, you also get tired of people. I mean, sure, people, each and every person has their own pros and cons, and sometimes it can come to a draining point of view, right? You don't always want to be outside and everything like that. Just keep things balanced. You need isolation, you also need time to just go out. And a lot of people just keep things unbalanced, whether they do it too much or just in another way. Like introverts, they're always just on their phones, therefore they can't even go outside and socialize and have fulfilling life experiences. I mean, some of the best life experiences I've had is with people, socializing with people. But also one of the best times I also had is also being alone, being able to reflect and stuff like that. Just like right now, I'm alone and I just reflected right now with like something that's going on in my life, and I found clarity through that. Through isolation, you find clarity, right? And notice there's a difference between isolation and loneliness. Loneliness is when you're craving for validation to be with someone, but then you don't have it. But then isolation is, when you're choosing to be alone in a healthy way, And of course, too much of something is not good. Too much of thinking is not good, for real, because it causes overthinking, and overthinking then it causes social anxiety, blah blah, and all that. Just keep things balanced. It's something not a lot of people talk about. Balance is really key. Balance is really key, and it's a skill that you need to learn, that you need to integrate. And obviously, if you want one-on-one help on like balancing your social life, your work, and everything like that, top link in the description is my coaching program where I help you one-on-one, through these kind of stuff like social skills, intimacy, overall confidence, and stuff. Okay, let me also look for another tip that I could give you. Another tip to have a much more fulfilling social life. Remove negative people from your life. For like negative people, yeah, remove. And I think I just said this previously, but when I meet some like a certain type, like I meet a lot of people who get corporate changes and everything, and there's these. I also found like really rude people, which are bad vibes for you. Whenever you're around them, it feels like your energy is being drained. It feels like your energy is being sucked in, and that's actually like a sign that you need to just detach yourself from that. You need to just detach yourself from like these types of people, or you can also use them as opportunity for growth. Yeah, I know it's not an answer that you were expecting. You're always expecting, hey, just detach yourself and never talk to them, never see them, blah blah blah, never talk to them again, blah blah blah, and all those kind of stuff. But also, I remember there was this thing that I was listening to, right? I don't remember the exact words, but then he said it goes something like this, right? Forgive me, maybe I might be mistaken and all that, but it goes something like this. The most. Holy fuck! Is that a snake? Holy shit! Is that a snake? Nah, like what the fuck? Is that a flipping snake? Holy shit! Can everyone see it? Can y'all see this? It's a colorful snake. What the fuck? Yo. Today I might actually die, people. Hey, y'all think this? Did I record it nice? This is okay. Anyway, just like 20 minutes trying to think about what the video said, but I actually got an idea. If let's say there's a rude person who's introduced in your life, then that's actually an opportunity where life will test you on how much you can lay boundaries, on how much you can be resistant to disrespect. And then if you catch me a certain type of person, it's always a test. It's always a test, you know. And depending how you can, and how clingy the person is, blah blah. Like it's a whole thing. Let me just try to link it down in the description, then you see it for yourself, right? But each and every person in life, right? Don't always run away from each problem, but try to just face it and also learn from it. And the more you learn from it, the more it flow through fluently through life. I mean, I always describe life like this. The more your life is like water running down a pipe. It's like water running down a pipe, and then the more you remove the dirt, the more you go fluently. And you remove the dirt by literally, you know, healing, blah blah, and all that. But also, you become more fluent when you have more wisdom, basically. I don't know how to integrate the two, but yeah, you become like that. And yeah, what else? Flip, I think I'm running late. I'll do part 2 of this video, right, later on. And for now, just like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna see you in the next one. I look like Michael B. Jordan, though, don't you think? Yeah, I do. Damn, that snake. I look like Michael B. Jordan. Even better. Bigger and more.